It's Gorman in the morning with Fletcher and Ryder. Now, 92 KQRS.
Gorman in the morning, Minnesota's 92 KQRS. Good Monday morning. It's July the 28th. And just a quick note on how good we have it now.
Yeah. Okay, tell me.
Let's go back to 1943. On this day, President Franklin Delano Roosevelt announced he was ending coffee rationing.
Oh,
that's right. For 2 years, we'd been rationing coffee.
Wow.
Can you imagine trying to ration coffee today in America? That would be the beginning of the Civil War.
I mean, a rationing Monster Energy drink might be the beginning of the Civil War.
That's true. Imagine that. Man. They were like, hey, our soldiers need that coffee. Back off. Put the Folgers down and step away from the hot water. Wow. There was a time. Thank God I wasn't around for it. I am sitting alongside Paul Fletcher.
Quite honestly, happy to be sitting here.
Very nice. Glad to hear that.
Yeah.
Also on hand, Ryder.
Duh. Winning.
Some are saying that you're bipolar.
I'm by winning.
Yes.
By winning.
By
Before
winning.
Friday, we'll be try winning.
Yes.
Quad winning.
Absolutely.
Holy
Yeah, man.
smokes.
Call me when you're octo winning.
I'm working on it.
With weather the way it was last night, I'll take by winning. I'm like I said, I'm just happy to be standing here.
That's a good point. I actually said the word peels, as in peels of rain coming down.
Wow.
I don't even know if that's a real word. It just sounded like one.
I can picture it right now.
Thankfully, that happened last night and not Friday night, because holy crap. First things first, for the first of 13 or 14 times, hey, thanks for everybody coming out on the boat.
Yes, it was fantastic. It was the biggest boat we've ever done.
I know. The biggest boat, the biggest crowd on the biggest boat, the biggest good time. I sincerely enjoy. That's my favorite cruise yet. It was awesome.
Nice.
Yeah.
It was my favorite too.
And
of the two that we've done so
Number
far.
one, most impressive, Suzanne Summers with the Thigh Master. Just want to say thanks for coming out.
I was just gonna say that like a leopard print thing, but then to have the actual Thigh Master, like that's a commitment to the bit.
Yeah.
It was.
You can find it on the Instagram, I believe.
I believe you can. So
nice. So many great shirts and just costumes in general.
Yep.
Shout out the ice cream shirt. We sat and talked to the guy in the ice cream shirt for a while.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it looked tasty.
A lot of good moments on the cruise.
By far the most popular, the AC/DC shirt, though. Like, everybody was wearing one.
A lot of Akadax.
Saw a lot of Nirvana, too. Nirvana's T-shirts. There were a boatload of those.
Well, if it was bleached, that was acceptable. That was in the 80s.
There's a very narrow Nirvana 80s window.
I'm the 80s what is it, gatekeeper, for crying out loud. And we'll probably dig back in, but seriously, that was fantastic. Thanks so much for everybody that was rocking the boat with us on Friday night. I'm feeling Minnesota, which means Paul Fletcher, headlines.
All right, unbearable heat on Saturday and Sunday. I don't know, did you either of you see what we officially got to heat-wise on Saturday or Sunday?
Lay it on me.
I didn't. I'm
it
wondering
was
if you
once
did.
it hits like 94, I
stopped paying
looking.
attention. Yeah,
it was pretty hot.
It inevitably gave way to severe storms, and those hit across Minnesota on Sunday last night, left a bunch without power amid numerous reports of damage, including trees down after large hail and strong winds. According to Xcel Energy, 75,000 households are without power. Thinking about them, that's for sure. Some of the hardest hit were Plymouth, North Minneapolis, Little Canada. All reported golf ball-sized hail. Down trees and power lines around Minnehaha Park, and then there was a confirmed tornado southwest of Appleton. And here's the worst part. Yeah, you know what? I don't know why, but I hate that word derecho more than I hate tornado, because I know what the hell a tornado is. A derecho scares the hell out of me. Could be second round of this kind of weather today, including a possible derecho.
Not to take away from anything we're suffering from up here, but a couple notes. A buddy of mine in Raleigh, North Carolina last night was sitting at an amphitheater. It was 105 degrees. The heat index was 116. And what was he doing there? Watching Bob Dylan and Willie Nelson perform in that kind of heat.
Oh, man.
Which I'm like, hey, Steve Miller might have been onto something. Canceling that tour. 80-year-old men should not be playing shows when it's 112 on stage.
No, that's crazy.
Just a thought.
Quick note on the power outage stuff. It is down to, I think 1,300 customers in the metro when I check the outage map. So that 70,000 was from, last night.
Okay, thank you for
a
clearing
line
that up.
worker if you know one, because they bust their butts.
Man, no kidding. Anytime I see those line worker trucks on the interstate after there's a hurricane, I'm always just pumping the fists. Man, you guys are killing it. buck trucking our way through it. All right, Paul.
We've had some hot, sticky weather lately, and with that, of course, comes mosquitoes. According to the Minnesota Department of Health, West Nile virus has been steadily increasing since first detected in 2002, but this year appears to be the worst yet. The number of mosquitoes most responsible for the transmission of West Nile virus to humans in Minnesota is among the highest ever recorded in the 7-county metro area, according to a recent update. Of 133 pools of mosquitoes analyzed, that just sounds gross.
Yeah.
But of 133 pools, 34 of those pools tested positive. So it's like, I don't know, that's almost like a quarter, it seems like. I don't know, I'm doing the math on
Kind of gross.
Yeah.
Kind of gross.
Yeah.
So heads up, you know what? Put on repellent if you're going to be outside. You don't need that crap. A Chuck E. Cheese employee in Tallahassee, Florida has gone viral after he was arrested for credit card fraud. But here's the thing. He was arrested in full costume. Jermel Jones was charged with 3 felonies, including theft of a credit card, criminal use of personal identification information, and fraudulent use of a credit card on more than 2 occasions within 6 months. Images of Jones being handcuffed while still wearing a full Chuck E. Cheese costume has gone viral quickly.
It's fantastic. Didn't even take the head off. Just left it all right there.
Right out.
What about the kids, man? Like, get him out of his costume. Don't traumatize the kids like that. They don't need to see their hero.
Traumatizes the children when when Chuck E. Cheese takes his head off. That is also scary.
That's exactly why they
should have done it back in the employee room.
I shared that photo on my socials, and what I wrote was, "You make me king for a day, and every single one of these bastards is going down." But that's just because I was scarred by too many Chuck E. Cheese parties.
Yeah.
Moving on.
The Education Department announced yesterday the release of over $5 billion in funding for extracurricular programs, English language classes, teacher preparation, and more. The funding represents the bulk of the $7 billion that was frozen earlier this month while Trump administration officials reviewed whether funding allocations aligned with their policy priorities. More than $1 billion for after-school and summer programs was released last week and mounting bipartisan pressure from lawmakers. So that's like $6 billion that has been funneled out to where it probably should be.
I would call that a good start. Let's ramp it up. Add a 0 and get back to me.
Yeah. School's going to be back sooner than you think, man.
Yep.
Oh, my God. It's unbelievable. It's like a month away. Since Ozzy Osbourne's death last week, streams of Black Sabbath and his solo music are way up. And the greatest hits package, the Essential Ozzy Osbourne, made it back into the top 10 of the Billboard 200. Since last Tuesday, get this, he's gained over 6 million monthly streaming listeners. Not streams. Listeners, jumping from 12.4 to 18.7, and that's just as a solo artist. Black Sabbath went from 19.8 to 24.6.
Am I the only one who thinks about the Smith song, Paint a Vulgar Picture? Is that the... At the record company meeting, on their hands a dead star. It's all about repackaging and reselling and taking advantage of, and of course it's called Paint a Vulgar Picture. But in this case, this is not that, thankfully. This is just fans going, God, I love that guy.
Oh, yeah.
Thankfully, record companies don't exist anymore.
and a lot of people discovering him probably for the first time,
Absolutely.
which is really cool. The Ozzy Osbourne documentary No Escape From Now will be released this autumn, despite his death. The film centers on Ozzy's health setbacks and desire for a farewell concert. The filmmakers Phil and Tanya Alexander expressed their sadness over Ozzy's passing and shared their experience of filming with him and his family over the past few years. The documentary features appearances by Sharon Osbourne as well as Tony Iommi, Robert Trujillo, Zach Wilde, Duff McKagan, Chad Smith, among others.
It's quite a lineup.
Yep.
Yes, it is.
It's like an Adam Sandler movie almost. We see a lot of ridiculous taste tests on social media these days, right? Everybody's trying to do something to get attention. This might be the most unusual, and I'm out on this. A brand called Rewind is launching in England for a limited time. They're offering a bag of corn chips that taste like a 9-volt battery.
Wow.
Yeah.
Who's in on this?
It's been a minute, but I remember as a child being suckered into that. Hey, put your tongue on that battery.
Yeah, no, nobody ever asked me to stick my tongue on a battery. I did not have brothers.
Man, that's tough. This is a bag of, this is a chip.
Chips.
Flavored.
Corn chips
corn
that
chips,
taste like a 9-volt battery.
Here's a quick review.
Have you ever been tempted to lick a battery? Well, there's no need. You can just buy these 9-volt battery-flavored tortilla chips instead. It's been a while since I last licked a battery. Let's first up see how that tastes. Tingly.
Yeah.
Metallic.
Ish.
I really can't wait to eat these now. A lot less immediately electric. What these do have, though, is a sort of minerally metallic aftertaste. But does kind of taste like a battery. Final verdict is that 9-volt battery tortilla chips do beat licking an actual battery.
Well, there we go.
Sure.
I know car's kind of low on that one.
Yeah.
But...
I mean, at least you get a couple of carbs.
God, we're bored.
There's a crisp, as they call them in the UK company, Walker's Crisps. It's like the Lay's of the UK.
Sure.
I've seen the very famous prawn-flavored, shrimp-flavored crisps.
Okay.
You know, I saw a bag of those once.
Around the holidays, they bust out the Brussels sprout flavored. And then there's also cheesy beans on toast crisps, which, by the way, don't knock until you try it. Cheesy beans on toast.
That actually sounds kind of good.
Vietnam, Lay's has spicy lobster.
There we go.
Yeah,
I will eat all of these before the battery one.
My favorite is a Lay's branded potato chip in China is called Italian red meat flavor. Just Italian red meat, just as vague as it can get.
That's pepperoni, right?
Who knows? We don't know.
Okay,
It's just some red meat from Italy.
Yeah, it could be meat tossed in Italian spices. Who
Could
knows?
be just about anything.
Yeah. Marvel's The Fantastic Four First Steps stretched its way to the top of the weekend box office, pulling in $118 million in its opening weekend, knocking Superman down to 2. Jurassic Park is hanging on to 3, and F1, the movie, still hanging in the 4th spot. We went and saw Fantastic Four. Thought it was pretty damn great.
Really?
Yeah.
So
Best Marvel I've seen in a while.
You got Pedro Pascal, everyone's favorite guy.
Yep.
And you got Princess Margaret from season 1 of The Crown. I had no idea.
Okay.
You've
What's
got
her name?
the God, I don't remember
Vanessa
the actress's
Kirby,
name.
that's her name.
Thank you. You've got the Ebon guy from The Bear, and you've also got Jonathan Quinn from Stranger Things, plus a couple of other things. So it's worth seeing. One of the best Marvel flicks I've seen in a while. But speaking of flicks, my feeds, I don't know about you guys, my feeds were filled with Happy Gilmore 2 over the weekend. Maybe you noticed that the movie is packed with cameos. It's something that Adam Sandler's one to do. A lot of big-time golfers, too. John Daly has a significant role. Scotty Scheffler, Justin Thomas, Rory McIlroy, Ricky Fowler, Jordan Spieth, Bryson DeChambeau.
Wait, those guys are all in the movie?
They're all in the movie.
Yeah.
And Brooks Koepka. And you know what? I'm leaving out a bunch. I'm just going with the big
Well, that's as
A-listers.
big as it gets.
Yeah. They're all in it, at least in a small chunk. I mean, here's the thing. We were on the couch watching Happy Gilmore 2 last night when tornado sirens went off in Albertville. So we stopped watching Happy Gilmore at that point.
That's a good move. Yeah.
But Justin Thomas and John Daly have significant roles. Ricky Fowler's got a couple speaking parts. I haven't seen the rest. But
Great.
Yeah. So
I checked it out. The Scotty Scheffler thing where they do a bit on him going to jail, which is pretty funny.
Oh, wow. Really?
really?
Yeah.
Nice.
So
That's funny.
that was hilarious. It's basically every pro golfer right now who watched Happy Gilmore as a kid and
Right,
are like,
of course.
this crap is funny, and quoted it to all their buddies.
That's great.
It's not a good movie, but if you quoted this crap to all your friends growing up, you'll probably enjoy it.
Sure.
It was just him having fun with his friends and his family.
I like the way you said it's not a, in air quotes, good movie. That reminds me of the fact that the Twins are not a good baseball team. The Minnesota Twins suck right now. They've dropped all 3 series coming out of the All-Star break. 2 out of 3 to the Nationals. That's the second worst team in the National League, ladies and gentlemen.
How?
Holy smokes. Don't blame it on the heat because the Nats had to play in it too. This is just turning from bad to worse. The Lynx lost their first home game of the season.
Oh, bummer.
To Atlanta, 90-86. Nafisa Collier had 32 points. Come on, 8 rebounds. Still just was not quite enough. They have the New York Liberty. Curses. Those nasty Liberty coming in Wednesday night. The Vikings, great news. JJ hurt his hamstring. Justin Jefferson, just a tweak, but they're going extra cautious here, taking him away. This was the first time in his career he's been in nearly every bit of the Vikings offseason program. He's just trying to build that chemistry with JJ McCarthy. O'Connell, as you might expect, says, oh, they're great. They're on the same page. No problem.
Yeah.
I hope that's the case.
Yeah,
the Loons won in St. Louis Saturday night, 2-1, a come-from-behind victory. They are still in 3rd place. And speaking of golf, remember Adam Svensson, that guy on Thursday who at the 3M shot a 60?
I was wondering if we were going to get an update on him.
Well, he shot a 75 on Friday and almost dialed himself out of contention. He did make the cut. He came in 14th. But check this out. On Saturday, a guy named Kurt Kitayama also fired a 60. What was happening at that course in Blaine? I might go play that course.
You should.
And he went on to win the tournament, so good for you, my friend. Okay, right now, I'd like to just give a quick momentary shout-out to Prescott, Wisconsin. Prescott.
Yeah, Prescott.
Come on, Prescott.
Good
Give me
morning,
some love.
Wisconsin.
Gorman in the morning. Coming right back. 92 KQRS. Streaming from 92KQRS.com. Gorman in the morning is back. 92 KQRS.
Gorman in the morning on Minnesota's 92 KQRS. The clash with Train in Vain right there. I think I've said this before, but just FYI, if you come across a Black Crow show from Milwaukee in 2006, we covered that song, and it's the worst thing the band ever did on stage.
Oh, no.
It's horrific. For reasons I don't have time to go into, just trust me when I say, if somebody says, hey, man, I got a tape of the Crows in Milwaukee in 06, dial that one up and get ready for a laugh.
Okay. I sense a cover battle coming our way.
Oh, my God. It is horrible. Hey, so we were talking non-Americans. That would be anybody else on the planet who's not from the good old USA.
Right.
They do things their own way. No matter where you go, you're going to find a lot of things are very different. And I'm curious if you're from here and you travel, you will find things right away. You're like, well, that's different. That's weird.
Two things pop to mind for me, and one is French fries in mayonnaise.
Yeah,
which
big time weird.
I have tried, and I need like another condiment in there too, like ketchup or hot sauce or something.
Sure.
And then anytime I feel I'm overseas, I think I get crap about American money. Quote, it looks boring.
Yeah, sure.
They want the Monopoly colored money.
Yeah, the first time I went to Europe, I was blown away by the currency, actually. It was just like, especially in the Netherlands.
It's not even Europe. It's everywhere.
Yeah, it's everywhere.
Canada.
Hey, man, you go to Japan and the coin has a hole in it. Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
How'd you get a hole in that coin?
It's like an art form in so many parts of the world.
It truly is.
Yeah.
I was bummed when they all went to the euro because it used to be every country you went to, you had to have different money and figure it all out. And it was like, this is way cooler than just one currency. Way to get your economic strength all on the same page, Europe.
Yeah.
Messing with my color schemes.
Yeah.
But so what do non-Americans think that we should do better? That's really the question here. Think about it in those terms. What have you experienced, or what do you know they're thinking when they come here where they're like, guys, you got to get it together? I'll throw one out there right now. And I've said this a bajillion times. Just high-speed trains. Just come on.
Oh,
give us the high-speed trains.
Yeah.
I mean, you got the bullet trains, you got the TGV, you got the whatever they call it in Germany. Everywhere you go, you're like, oh, I can go from this city to that city in like an hour, and I don't have to wait and get on a plane and be uncomfortable, and I can walk around, and there's a beverage car, and let me do that.
Yeah.
30 minutes to Duluth would be killer.
It would really be killer, would it not?
Yeah. We went. We went from Venice. No, sorry, we went from Florence to Venice. That's what it was, and that was my first experience. And it's just. It's such
fantastic.
A no-brainer, and it's comfortable. And you sat and we played games, and
I'll say this with love and respect: if the Italians can figure it out, come on, come on. What else comes to mind? 651-989-ROCK. What do they do that we might realize we could do a little better? You just never know. One thing I'll never get behind: butter on sandwiches. Sorry, hey English people, get away from me.
Really?
Everyone's like, you don't do butter on your sandwiches. Like, no, I don't. You know what I do? If I'm doing a grilled cheese, there's butter on the outside.
Yes.
If anywhere you are in England, if it's just like a roast beef and cheese with butter, give me a cucumber sandwich with lots of butter. They butter that bread before they do anything in between it.
Oh,
how do you bring the flavor out?
Yeah, ham and cheese, BLT, all of that needs butter on it.
No, too
100%.
Much.
Yeah.
Absolutely
I
crazy.
think my grandma
You're crazy.
used to put peanut butter and jelly on sandwiches.
I've done that before. I don't do it frequently because I just don't need the extra fat, but yes.
You know, our friends to the north, they love that poutine.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Poutine.
What the hell's wrong with cheese curds and gravy?
French fries, gravy, and cheese curds.
Yeah.
You'd think that would have an audience down here.
Mm-hmm.
Down. I love when I'm in Minnesota, I'm saying down. But, you know, Wisconsin, Minnesota, even the UP, like it just doesn't cross over, but you'd think it would.
I think it's starting. I think you
Is
can
it
go
really?
to some places and order poutine. Yeah.
You absolutely can. I mean, it's especially if you're down at the XL soon-to-be Grand Casino Arena, like Tom Reed's Hockey City Pub has like legit Montreal poutine.
All right, we're coming around.
And there are a few others, too, especially in St. Paul. I don't remember off the top of my head, but that one, like Tom Reed's Canadian.
Yeah.
The dude that owns the joint, he's a hockey guy. I think he probably feels a responsibility to put proper poutine on the table, and he does.
Well, then I would say bless him. He's doing the Lord's work.
Well, as close as we are to Wisconsin with their cheese curds,
That's
you'd
what I'm
think this
saying.
would be a no-brainer.
It certainly makes sense. 651-989-ROCK. Let us know what they're doing that we could do a little bit better. Why don't you? Christine with a text. I hate to say it since you're talking money and food, but castration could have a place in this country. Okay. Happy Monday morning. Wow.
Damn, Christine.
Christine coming in hot. So how about this? Taxes included in the price tag. When you see the price of something, it's all there. You never go, oh, it's only $13, and then 13 turns into 15.27. It's like, no. If you see a price, and by the way, if you go to if you're in Europe, I've just seen, if it says like, hey, you won the Euro Millions, it's 100 million pounds. You know what you get? 100 million pounds. There's no taxes. There's no taxes taken out of lottery winnings. Mm-hmm. Not that you're ever going to win, but at least if you did, you'd know the number ahead of time.
Right.
Because you always see those things are like, I won $100 million and they only gave me $27 million. And people are like complaining. Really?
Yeah.
All right.
How about the fees, all the excessive fees on concert tickets?
They got that locked down in Europe too. It's This
is absolutely ridiculous, but it's true. There were Swifties during the Eras tour when it was really hot and impossible to get a ticket. I know some firsthand
of them.
They went to Paris to see the show because it was cheaper than going to Miami.
Yeah, exactly.
That's absurd.
It's exactly true. It reminds me of back in the day, in the 90s, I used to fly. I lived in Atlanta, and I would be flying to Atlanta many times from the West Coast.
Okay.
And there were countless times where I would be on a flight from L.A. to Atlanta, and there would be 20, 30 Japanese businessmen on the flight, and they're flying to the East Coast, usually going to South Carolina to play golf because it's cheaper to fly from Japan to America and play golf twice a day for a week than it is to just get a round of golf in Tokyo.
Okay.
Back in the day.
My goodness.
Yeah. Not a lot of space for golf courses over
probably
there.
not, huh?
Is at a premium.
And that reminds me, the number one thing we could do better, and I never experienced it till the first time I went to Japan, not just the heated toilet seat, but the heated toilet seat / bidet.
Oh, they've got like 16 different buttons on the toilet.
So
it's
many
crazy.
buttons. So many buttons. You sit down, it's heated. You can get the pre-wash, the pre-soak, the post-wash. I think it can make you eggs if you really need it to. The bidets in Japan.
I don't know if I want a bidet making me eggs though.
No shortage of things they can do. And as much as it's like, oh, this is kind of weird, takes about a day and you're like, oh, this is heavenly. This is a way better way to get through the day.
Now, all those settings on the bidet, is it like an American car wash where you have to pay for all the extra features, or is it just included?
No, man, it's just all right there. You're paying, and it's funny. I've never thought to myself for 1 second, I'm just going to get one. No, I'm not going to have one at home. I'm not willing to let my freak flag fly so easily. But that said, now that we're talking about it, it's like, yeah, man, you could do a lot worse than a good old fashioned bidet. Makes perfect sense to me.
Fair enough. Yeah, sounds like it.
Oh, and then how about this? How about let's just take one page from the French? How about the month-long vacation? Can we all just take August off?
Yes.
Can we all just take August off?
You know what? I would trade...
No?
Chance.
Pretty much.
I would trade the month of August off for a 4-day work week.
Okay, well, that makes sense. That would add up over time.
Even if we did an extra hour of the show, I would take a 4-day work week.
That'd be an extra 52 days a year, so that beats August. So, I appreciate your...
I didn't even do the math on it.
I appreciate your vacay math right there. On this day, 47 years ago, American cinema reached its apex. The greatest film ever released.
Apex.
Okay.
July 28th, 1978, Animal House.
All right. Well,
hit the big screens.
Pretty high. Yeah.
That's up there, man. Fat, drunk, and stupid is no way to go through life. We didn't know that until this day in 1978.
Nice.
Dean Vernon Wormer himself responsible.
Dean Wormer.
Come on, man. John Belushi, let's just take a minute and acknowledge that shortly after this movie was released, it became the number one film at the box office. He had the number one movie in America. He had the number one TV show in America, Saturday Night Live.
Yes.
And the number one album in America, Briefcase Full of Blues with the Blues Brothers.
Oh.
Nobody has been bigger than John Belushi in the fall of 1978 since
true.
John Belushi.
Excellent.
Man, what a
Something to
run.
live up to.
It's worth noting in 2001, just like this gives it even more like ridiculous legitimacy. The United States Library of Congress deemed National Lampoon's Animal House culturally, historically, and aesthetically significant and selected it for its preservation in the National Film Registry.
Showed it to both my kids at some point early in the pandemic when we're just running through a million things to watch. And I was like, wait, you guys have never seen this. Awesome. It holds up.
Okay,
it's
good.
hilarious.
Yes.
It's completely inappropriate in all the best ways. They loved it, and I was so happy.
I need to do this. It's been probably 20 years since I've seen it.
I'm telling you, man, it absolutely still works. So every single moment, fantastic. What would you do if you were like in a relationship and you found out your significant other didn't like Animal House?
Ooh.
I kid you not. That would be problematic for me.
Yes.
I what do they say? I stand for Animal House. Big fan.
Is it an indicator of no sense of humor and taking life too seriously?
Just the wrong sense of humor,
everything,
if nothing else.
Fair enough.
Let's discuss the things couples don't have in common. A few deal breakers. Animal House would be one for me.
Gorman in the morning. Coming right back. 92 KQRS. Streaming from 92KQRS.com. Gorman in the morning is back. 92 KQRS.
I knew it wasn't going to last long when I was seeing a girl in 1988, and one of the first things she said to me after we'd spent, 3 or 4 times together, dates together, hanging out, she came to my apartment for the first time. And one of the things she said was at some point during that night, man, you all the music you like all this guitar music.
Oh boy.
I looked at her, I was like, oh, we've come to the end of our rainbow.
Wow.
Looks like. And I was like, as opposed to, she's like, oh, I don't know. And she was naming just all this pop dance crap. And I was like,
the disco junk.
do you like all this like
nice knowing you.
guitar music? Like, yeah,
Guitar
call me
music.
crazy.
Sorry, I'm into people in a room making
Yeah.
songs come out of instruments.
So we were briefly together, and then we broke up, and then we got back together, and then we broke up, and sometimes we would get back together because I needed a car to get my drums to a gig, but that's
Right.
neither here nor there.
No
Right.
judgment.
No judgment at all. We all do what we have to do. But here's an interesting thing: 40% of people in relationships say their partner on paper is not actually their type.
Really? 40%?
40%. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, no, really not my type, which I think proves the point of if you're walking around life with a type, you're really selling yourself short.
Yeah.
That's true.
People used to say, like, what's your type? And I'd always go, I don't know. Someone I just feel good when I'm around them.
Same.
That could be any number of people. And if I look back now, personally, if I do it in real time, everybody I ever dated more than, if there was even a week where I would have said this was my girlfriend, all across the spectrum. They don't look alike. They didn't act alike. They're not alike. It's very different.
I have a type physically that I've kind of like I have a pattern of the serious relationships that I've had, but emotionally, mentally, no. Socially, like
you
they've been
take
all over
all
the place.
kinds as long as they look the same.
Well,
Got
I
it.
didn't in my mind.
Okay.
No, because I'm the same as you. If somebody asked me, so what's your type? I'd be
Got
like,
it.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But if you look at my track record, I clearly had they're all like kind of olive complexion, brown hair.
Got it.
Yeah. So
Ryder, you just had pretty much punk rock man written down as your type.
Well, it was all dudes that knew how to use Pro Tools
Okay.
until this one.
Okay.
So get out of the studio.
Yeah.
Go meet a real guy in a bar was the lesson that I learned.
There you go.
Yes.
I like that.
right.
What are the things that you don't share with your significant other? I can tell you right now, my wife burns a little hot. She's always like, it's just hot in here. And I'm like, no, I mean, and that's lifelong. She's always been like, what's going on with this? And I'm like, it feels pretty good to me.
Your wife, who has a list of where to get the different types of ice that
Yes,
she enjoys.
that's exactly right. That wife. That's
Interesting.
exactly it. And then there's another one, very common. One's a chatterbox and one's more quiet. I'll give you a guess as to which one I am and which one Rosemary is.
Rosemary can cut it up.
She can.
She'll
She
chit
can.
chat.
Oh
yeah.
no, she's very, very, very chatty at times.
Yeah.
does she
when-
have to be in her comfort bubble? Is it one of those things?
Well,
or?
when duty calls, she answers the bell. Otherwise, she's
Gotcha.
very happy to just sit there and not say a word.
And just so she's big ears, small mouth, sit back and observe.
Pretty
that
much.
kind of a person.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she's.
Those are often the smarter ones.
Or the ones that you're just like, oh, for God's sake, stop! Stop taking everything in. My God,
Not that important.
What's another big one? And I imagine this is I'm sure there's no shortage of stories we could all tell. The saver versus the spender.
Oh,
big thing in a young relationship. If you're thinking it's going to be serious and go on and maybe even end up lifelong, you better talk about cash. Mm-hmm. Better talk about how money works.
Yes.
I still rue the day early on when Rosemary said, we were at a store and there was a shirt she was looking at. I can see it. She's like, I like this one, but I don't know which color I like better. And I said, get them both. And she looked at me like I had a forked tongue, like I was like the devil himself. Because in my mind, I was like, what's the big deal? Because I was like, I can afford it, so do it. Didn't occur to me that you should still remember the value of $1. Mm-hmm. She looked at me like I was completely insane. And then that's what literally had us go, we should probably talk about this.
Yeah.
She's like, you're an idiot. I was like, am I? Oh, okay, good. Good to know. Thanks.
In our relationship, this is actually one of the things we didn't discuss, and it was a challenge for many, many years because neither of us are great at saving.
Well,
We've learned, but it took us a minute. You do not want to be in a marriage with somebody who will talk you into something rather than talk you out of something.
That's a good point.
Because then you're both on the same page, like, yeah, whatever, let's wing it, let's go with it.
What are the differences? Are you guys, and by you, I mean all of it. Let's discuss this. Are you on the same page? Is your partner, on paper, not a good match? 651-989-ROCK. Tubby on the text line, he wrote, was dating a girl named Gail back in the late 80s. We're together for a couple months, and one day she instructed me to begin calling her Coco. That didn't happen. No explanation, but... that reminds me, we have a friend a woman we'd known for years, and one day there was an email and it was signed Kiki, and I was like, "Who's Kiki?" What? And apparently she just decided she was just going to be Kiki from that moment on. Oh. An adult person, like in her 40s. Yeah.
You can't give yourself a nickname.
That was what I thought the rules were. Only Kobe Bryant when he went with Mamba. He was the only one.
He was good.
He was Black Mamba.
Yes.
He's the only one who ever nicknamed himself where it stuck.
Mm-hmm.
Can you guys start calling me Paulo?
Paulo?
Yeah, sure.
As in?
Just an O on the end?
Oh, just an O on the end of your name? I thought it was Apollo as opposed to the Paulo.
Oh, we can maybe call you Apollo. Yeah.
Apollo, sure. Yeah, I just want a nickname of some sort.
Seeing a girl briefly, and she one time referred to me. She looked right at me. She goes, "Hey, funny face," and which I immediately that was like a Naked Gun thing. Remember, that's what Priscilla Presley calls Frank Drebin.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But she goes, "Oh, funny face," and I looked and I thought it was like a joke, and I was like, "Oh my God, she actually just called me that." That was all she wrote, folks. I couldn't even say like, "Hey, don't do that again." I just decided I was never going to see her again.
Wow.
Like that moment, did you let her know, or was it 24 hours later maybe?
Oh, no, it was a little while later. I don't even know if I let her know. Back then, it was real easy to ghost people.
Yeah.
Very jealous of that.
You just didn't answer the phone, and if they left a message, you just said the tape was broken.
and then eventually she just got the hint.
Yeah, like 6 months later, it's like, well, where you been? Yeah, you can get away with
funny face. Where have I been?
Man, that was rough. That was tough. But on the top of the list, basically this one, and this is a lifelong thing. One's a planner. One just likes to go with the flow.
Yeah.
Again, big issue in the Gorman household. Guess which one of us loves to just go with the flow?
Yeah.
It's tough to guess on that.
I got that problem with Mr. Ryder. He's like, why don't we ever do anything spontaneous? I'm like, because you didn't make plans and I did, whether or not they include you.
Wow.
There it is. Yeah, I'm a big believer in let's just see what happens. And then almost always when my wife is in charge of something, it goes way better. And I'm always blown away that everything worked. Go figure. It's you know what?
Shocker.
It's a work in progress, like all positive relationships are.
Absolutely.
Gorman in the morning. Coming right back. 92 KQRS. Streaming from 92KQRS.com. Gorman in the morning is back. 92 KQRS.
Gorman in the morning on Minnesota's 92 KQRS. Led Zeppelin, Fool in the Rain. Go ahead and swing a little bit, John Bonham.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so you know what? Listening to Zeppelin, and I was really focused on John Bonham there. You're always going on and on about Ringo. Where does John Bonham fit into the whole dynamic?
That's my alpha and my omega. A and B for me. It's all Ringo is my first favorite drummer, and Bonham's my second favorite drummer, and then everybody else is in a fight for third. That's it. It's 1 and 1A to me.
Okay.
Because of it's all about feel. I don't care about fills and technique and all that.
Hogwash.
I love listening to Neil Peart play, but I don't care. Feel is 1,000% of the game to me, and the two greatest swinginest guys ever are Ringo and Bonzo to me. And so, if call me Steve-O because I rip them both off at all times.
Sure.
Okay, Steve-O.
That's it.
So you're saying the Canadian is not in touch with his emotions?
No, I think he very much is.
Okay.
And I've even read his books, and my God, he certainly is. It's the way he approached it very differently, and he was tremendous. There's nothing, I could never say a bad word about Neil Peart, but I'm just saying for me, what gets my central nervous system to light up on all cylinders would be Ringo and Bonham. It's just a swing. They both had that thing that was so impossible to replicate. Everybody can play those parts, but you can't play them like they played them.
Right.
If that makes sense.
It does.
Just saying. It's been a heater lately. Good gracious.
Yeah.
Temperatures all over the place. The words heat dome suddenly makes sense. When I see the words heat dome, I generally think, well, we've crossed the Rubicon here. I don't like those words together. Let's throw together a Monday morning mixtape for our hottest songs. What do you got? 651-989-ROCK. Let us know what comes to mind when I say hot songs. The first one I saw, Joe already wrote, Summer in the City by Lovin' Spoonful. Yeah.
All right. That's good.
I always remember that from one of those. Remember those K-Tel commercials where they just play like 5 seconds of 100 songs?
Yes.
And when I was a kid, I'd go, Hot Time, Summer in the City. And that's all I knew. It would go on to the next one. When I heard the whole song, I was like, hey, there's a whole song to this.
Stuff.
Man, that's crazy. Hot songs. Hot songs, ladies and gentlemen. What do we got?
We got a great text. This is a brilliant take on the hottest summer songs from Cody. He said, "Good morning, y'all. Best song I can think of for this weather is I want to drive a Zamboni."
Okay, that checks out.
In a hockey town, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Well played.
Thinking ahead and back to better days when it's not 9,000 degrees outside. If we get through today's really brutal weather coming in to the state, it does get kind of nice later in the week.
The rest of the week looks amazing.
Man, it really does. They're gonna make us work for it, though. Make no mistake about it. 651-989-ROCK. Let us know if you have a summer song you want to add to the Monday morning mixtape. I didn't see anybody suggest I Melt With You. It makes perfect sense now.
Oh, duh.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Right out of nowhere.
Go figure.
You, me, Ryder, everybody listening, we all dropped the ball.
651-989-ROCK. We've had several have come in repeatedly, Ryder. Which ones are jumping out to you? Lay a little something on me.
Oh, it's Billy Idol.
Yeah, hot summer night.
You can just see the snarl and him wearing almost no clothes.
And of course, being English, that's for him. It's like when it's 71 degrees. It's cooking, it's biking out here.
Not only not a lot of clothes, but what he does have on would be leather for sure.
Or fishnet, or like a ripped white T-shirt.
Either way, there's always a potential for chafing. I didn't see anybody suggest I Melt With You. It makes perfect sense now.
Oh, duh.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Right out of nowhere.
Go figure.
You, me, Ryder, everybody listening, we all dropped the ball.
651-989-ROCK. We've had several have come in repeatedly, Ryder. Which ones are jumping out to you? Lay a little something on me.
Oh, it's Billy Idol.
Yeah, hot summer night.
You can just see the snarl and him wearing almost no clothes.
And of course, being English, that's for him. It's like when it's 71 degrees. It's cooking, it's biking out here.
Not only not a lot of clothes, but what he does have on would be leather for sure.
Or fishnet, or like a ripped white T-shirt.
Either way, there's always a potential for chafing. Here's your last word. Don Rickles passed away in April of 2017.
Oh, Mr. Warmth.
The great Don Rickles. Toy Story 4 was in development at the time of his passing.
Okay.
Yes.
And so Pixar is like, well, hang on. Who's going to be Mr. Potato Head? I mean, we got to get Don Rickles. They found a guy who does a perfect Rickles. Like, nobody could tell the difference.
You're kidding.
Brought him in. They had it figured out. They were like, okay, well, we got to have a pinch. AI wasn't like it is now.
Right.
Sure.
They were like, all right, we got a guy. No, people will know, but the kids, it'll still sound the same.
Yes.
And in fact, taste tested it, by the way, audio tested. Nobody had any idea this wasn't Don Rickles.
Okay.
Josh Cooley, the director, and the team at Pixar just couldn't stand the thought, however. So they went to Don Rickles' families. They went to his family and said, hey, you know what? We have a ton of outtakes from all the other movies. Your dad would riff and just make stuff up. Aww. Do you mind if we just rewrite the script to make that fit?
Wow.
And they were like, no, that'd be awesome.
That's so cool.
And so that's what they did.
Nice.
They just said, well, hang on. And they just pulled all the stuff he'd been saying that they never used and then figured out a way to incorporate all of that. So if you see Toy Story 4, it is, in fact, the voice of Don Rickles.
Who was on the sideline? Who did they bench? Do you know?
I don't know. Don't know.
Okay.
Just somebody.
Probably a trade secret.
Probably a trade secret. But how cool is that?
That's very awesome.
They had it, and they're like, yeah, but it doesn't feel right, so screw that.
Wow.
I like that.
That's integrity to another level right there.
That's love for a great man. That's what that is.
Yeah.
Tomorrow on this very show, we're going to be giving away tickets to see Flaming Lips and Modest Mouse, playing a little game called WTF Wisconsin, Texas, Florida. Riders
Edition. All right.
You know what? I was Googling getting a DUI on a lawnmower, and it was like, the cherry popped up on the slot machine. It was all 3 states.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, man. Right on.
So game on.
Yeah, let's do it. That
I like
sounds
it.
good.
I like that a lot.
Before we do that tomorrow, what's coming up right now, Paul Fletcher?
I'll go commercial-free just before noon. I've got tickets for that advanced screening of The Naked Gun, which I talked to my movie guy, and he says it's getting fantastic reviews. And check this out. We're going to start 10 a.m. hour with a song from an album that was released 32 years ago. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Okay.
Fair enough.
32 years ago yesterday, sorry.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
I am going to try to wake this dog up and get him out of here, and we'll be back tomorrow morning.
Comfy.
Gorman in the morning on Minnesota's 92 KQRS.
Gorman in the morning is also Gorman on the go. Get the 92 KQRS app and stream live or catch the Gorman in the morning podcast anytime. 92 KQRS.